Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lucore Automotive. Well, more specifically, welcome to the Indianapolis Airstrip attack presented by Shift Sector. Today, as you can see, we have boosted Lexi. Kevin is out here to pilot this thing for your very first ever half-mile trip.
Yeah, we're gonna go out, give it all she's got, and see what she can do.
Hopefully not blow it up or break it.
Well, if we blow it up, it's gonna be spectacular.
It'll be on video. So we have an amazing amount of vehicles that are here today. Everything from like Honda Civics and a Prelude all the way up to Lamborghinis and even a twin turbo C8 Corvette. All kinds of amazing stuff. We're gonna film everything we possibly can and show you everything we possibly can. Stay tuned, it's gonna be a pretty good show. So you've seen this car before on our channel. It's about a 500 horsepower IS300, 2JZ powered. It is a 2JZ GE-T, meaning it is still originally a 2JZ GE with a bolt-on turbo from Driftmotion. Now, the internals have all been worked, it's been worked on, it's been a built motor. So everything that's in this thing is capable of taking the abuse that we're gonna be throwing at it, but we're also not throwing a ton of abuse at it when it comes to things like a lot of what you're gonna see today. We're not hoping for anything 200 miles an hour. Thinking maybe
we're shooting for 150. If we can get to 150, it'll be a very happy day. We'll be happy with that, and we're hoping that the very unique and expensive body kit does not come off.
Right. So this is kind of one of those we're gonna see how it goes kind of moments, and hopefully not break anything expensive.
We got a few shots going on inside the car of me driving. We get a few GoPro shots from outside when I stage in the lane. Hopefully I'll be the one taking someone to Gapplebee's, but judging by some of these cars, I may get taken a little bit, but that's okay.
You're gonna have to pick your poison today.
Yeah, it's gonna be
a little fish.
It's not gonna be a race anyone that I come up against, because judging by the registration email that I got, I believe there is 9 to 12 cars that are over 2,000 horsepower here today. Yeah. So it's gonna be a fun day of racing.
Now, this is our very first time ever doing something like this. I've done drag racing before, I've done autocross, I've done all kinds of other racing. I've never done half-mile racing. You've never done anything like this either.
I have never gone flat out past third, maybe a little bit of fourth. Judging by the runway and seeing in person, we're gonna be all out in fourth and maybe some of fifth.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a very telling story as to what this car can do.
So we'll shut up and get to some racing. Let's have some fun. That's a VIP. No, we did not.
Three for Ricky. Michael in that Z06 with a 147.4. So B did stand for victory that time. Haroon Anwar, 2010 ZR1 coming up, 550 horsepower. Brian Zolman, 16 Mustang, 500 horsepower. That's what you see going there. 49.5 for Brian. 147.3 for Haroon in that ZR1. Travis Boaz, 08 Corvette, 505 horsepower. Daniel Markram in a Z06 with 530 horsepower. There we'll go.
Yeah, this is definitely hard. hard to do.
Quite a few in the parking lot. 154.
Well, I've got to work like 3 different axes at the same time.
Travis Boaz. Now I got Wiley Salisbury in a 500 area garage. 152.1. Narin with a 165.4 in that Corvette. Ricardo.
Oh, look, it's a Pearl White GTSV.
And another Z06. 600 horsepower up against 550. We go there. A couple more beautiful cars coming up. Kevin Mounts in that Lexus IS300, 500 horsepower in that one. Jacob Schroeder in that Camaro 1LE, 800 horsepower in that beast. How's it going to play out? You're going to find out right here.
So I only did 132.
Lexus with the launch.
I'm still trying to get used to it, so I missed third gear a little bit.
Camaro's not going to have any part of it. Is he going to catch him?
Yep, there it comes. Oh, damn.
Serving the appetizer there. Boom. Jacob, mile an hour.
127. Come on, Kevin. Well, not exactly as according to plan.
Little off. First pass we did 127. It was respectable. Definitely fighting some traction issues.
Still.
We actually got the traction issues figured out, but what we didn't account for was is that we were on an active runway, and there was a lot of marking tape at the beginning that you will not get traction on. So first pass we did a 127, and I would say we spun a good, if we were at a quarter mile, I'd say a good 60 foot. Was straight spinning. Second pass, let off a little slower.
Which you could see that smoke
just everywhere behind the pass.
Yeah.
Second pass, we got it to 132 and some change. Changed nothing on the car, so still spun in first. Like Austin, I figured out there's a lot that this car can do. We can just get the traction figured out.
Yeah.
But this is a whole new experience built on us. We don't know. We were hoping for 150. We don't know what this car can do, and then started making some weird noises from the transmission. We're thinking area. But I've taken the approach, I'm just going to run it until it blows up and then take it home and fix it.
Don't tell your wife.
Yeah, hopefully my wife doesn't see this. She might get a little angry, but that's what we're going for. All in all, it's a great day. A lot of fast cars. I did find a couple cars that are in my range, so I'm going to try to pair up next to those. The first car I got paired up next to was an 800 horsepower. And then the BMW, which definitely was a sleeper, in my opinion, had about 780. So 300 horsepower more than me. Didn't really stand a chance.
It was a big turbo, single turbo swap.
Yeah.
335. It's pretty serious.
It was pretty, and it was pretty good. He got off the line, and I mean, it's a learning experience. I think the car's doing great. I'm happy with it. Having a great time.
I'd say as far as an event-wise goes, I have rarely seen an event go this smoothly. Like,
yeah.
It's just constant all day long running.
They are, the class of people racing out here are definitely know what they're doing, have been racing a long time. There is no delay. They go out, they run, especially with having such a difference of horsepower cars out here.
And very few of them are broken. Like, when we go to a lot of drag racing of cars that are of a little bit lesser caliber, there's stuff breaking all the time.
Yeah, there's been a few that have broke, but the team, the drivers, they immediately get out there, get the car, get it off the track, and start running again. I have to say the experience of waiting for an airplane to take off was definitely not what you would expect a car race, but that was kind of cool.
Check out that plane. Which is not what I see on the starting line. That's what shows up on my screen here, but that's Christopher Engel in the neon for sure. So it looks like a little neon on neon crime from what I can tell, but I'm not 100% sure. There it is, Zachary in his SRT4. That's just a fancy neon, 535 horsepower against 540, pretty close. Nice fancy neon. Rocking the red and blue there. Excited to be out here. It looks like a beautiful 50, what is that? That's 56 Chevrolet. That thing's full beast mode. He shut her down a little early too. I think there's more in that car. 1,250 horsepower in that car. With a mile an hour to show up on my screen anyway. Seth Moore, another Camaro SS up against Tracy in this 335 IS. Pretty close. Troy in that Viper, Dodd and a Lamborghini Huracan.
Okay, no, I got it.
A little closer than I would have thought. Well, it was. It's going to be Lambo for the win.
You think?
580 horsepower in that Lambo. That's right, we got an SUV going up against the Cookie Monster Blue Mustang. Launch mode engaged on the Cookie Monster Blue Mustang. Looks like it's going to be the Mustang with the toe strap today. Pop, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Heat is a relative term.
Right. Midwestern heat is different.
Yeah.
They only made a handful of them.
Yeah, I bet.
It's factory two-wheel drive, and I'd set it up for 8 months.
That looks stock.
That's pretty close.
You got the engine dress up kit package?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Generally these cars are 6 injectors, so I had to upgrade it to 12 injectors because of the amount of fuel that it needs at that kind of power level.
Yeah.
It's got 68 the billet crank, Chevy Stage 4. So it's a Pro 68 is what the turbos are called. It's 4-inch from 4-inch here all the way to the back.
And how much boost is it running?
About 40 psi.
What's going on?
Oh, just admiring some of our rides out here today. Very good showing, lots of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Streets FX, Revolution.com, ShipSector.com, and can't wait to actually I've got an interview coming up. I'm going to do that just after we go live. I'll let you know when I go live.
Having never been to one of these events, I didn't know honestly what to expect. We saw that guy at the gas station this morning. This place is crawling with amazing cars. Shift Sector did an amazing job with the vehicles that they brought in here. Huge kudos to them. We've had an amazing time. I don't think I've ever been to an event that had this level of vehicles that are literally just everywhere. The amount of 5, 6, 7, 800,000, 1,500 horsepower cars here is just crazy. And it's everywhere. It's all over the place. It's Fords, it's Mopars, it's Lamborghinis. Porsches, Maseratis. There's literally everything you could possibly imagine if you're a gearhead and you like speed. Oh, totally recommend coming to one of these.
Here we go. We got Vintage Racing and their new C8 Corvette. Check it out. You have to see one already. You're seeing the ride right now. And actually, if you're here, you can do it.
That's what you want to pick car.
Yeah. Well, first half-mile event is finished. Didn't quite get to your hoped numbers, but
No, we didn't quite get there. Again, still having some traction issues, which is something never thought we'd have in this car. But, something we're working with. Fastest pass was 132.62. So I'm okay with that. I'm happy with it. Again, this wasn't
it's
really.
still in one piece.
It's still in one piece. It drove here. It's going to drive onto the trailer to go home. So, in my opinion, in racing, that's a win.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have fun for the day, make all your passes, drive it on the trailer, and drive it off when you get home. That's a successful day.
And you had a great experience. I mean, you did something that I've never done before. You got to do some really cool racing. Saw a ton of amazing cars. I mean, as far as events go, I don't think I've ever been somewhere where the quality of everything that's here, there's just nothing that's bad.
Yeah, Shift Sector definitely had their stuff together, definitely knew what they were doing. They were the top of the line of running these events. And you know, and I encourage everyone, if you have any kind of car, come out to something like this, because it's cool. It is an experience when you're doing 120 and then a 1200 horsepower Camaro blows by you at 190 miles an hour. It is something that is super cool. Even though you lost the race, it is still an experience that is worth having.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the spectators, I mean, coming out to an event like this, you get to see people beating the brains out of awesome vehicles. I mean, I can't tell you how many 800-900 horsepower vehicles are out here that are literally leaving it all on the table. They've blown motors up, they've blown all kinds of things up. And everybody's out here just flogging it, seeing what it'll do, and setting their best passes they can. It's also a really hot day. It's technically like 82, but it feels like 150. But I mean, it's a hot day and everybody's still out here having a great time. So thank you very much for everybody who's watched this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves. Thank you very much to Shift Sector for putting this on. Great event. Really enjoyed ourselves. They're doing this again tomorrow. We will not be here for that. This is enough for us, but we will definitely be back. Maybe I'll bring something I can drive next time. We'll see.
Make sure you like the channel, everything like that. See what we can do. We'll take it home, do a little kind of post-race inspection, see if everything came out okay, but we believe it did. And we will definitely be doing this event again, maybe changing a few things, have some crazy ideas floating around to get a few more mile per hour out of it, and we'll see what happens.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next time.